Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of My Hair Curls by the Sides of My Head When It's Humid Out. Now, that's just because it's starting to rain today. Well, this is just going to be a short video. Apparently, I missed a couple pre-releases, including some Rhino Reserve or two and some Rhino High Fidelity news. So if you are ready, we'll roll right into it. The one thing I wanted to say, I can't believe I forgot this yesterday, was that America is going to have a Rhino Reserve. If you mention the Rhino Reserve line, you'll get a lot of titles that are going to be coming out in the 33 and a third format, part of the Rhino Reserve line. And this America, their pre-order is up right now for their debut album. Now, it's got a street release date of 1/9/2026, and it's a pre-order, just like the other ones, only available in the US. And it's the debut album by America that was first released in January of 1972 and reached #1. Big hit on this one was A Horse with No Name, later on remade by Michael Jackson, and I Need You, which peaked at #2. Other songs include Sandman and Three Roses, which were big hits. America is kind of having a comeback moment. My wife wishes they'd re-release the Last Unicorn soundtrack, favorite of hers by America. But this is going to be a Rhino Reserve America. And again, this is at that Rhino Reserve price point of approximately $32, $31.99. But you can find it for pre-order right now at $29.99 on the Plaid Room website. It's where I found a few of these on the Plaid Room website. So America, the Reserve. So if you've been following Rhino High Fidelity at all, you'll notice that they had recently released a box set of John Coltrane. And many fans were left scratching their head because they had already purchased one or two Rhino High Fidelity John Coltranes, including Olay, and they were included in this box set. But this box set, which is now available from Rhino High Fidelity, appears to be going to be broken up into individual releases. Several of those are on the plaidroom.com right now. The first of which is John Coltrane, Coltrane Jazz. This has got a street date of 1/9/2026 and is priced at $37.99, on sale currently for $35.99 in a pre-order. And this is going to be, again, I said, the first of several releases from that box set that are going to be broken out into individual releases, all which appear to be available January 2026. Coltrane Jazz is the second studio album by Atlantic Records by John Coltrane, and featured a rotating cast of his former Miles Davis bandmates and early touring quartet lineup. Celebrating its 65th anniversary in 2026, this new Coltrane Jazz mono, again, that mono release from the box set, is a breakout from the forthcoming Rhino High Fidelity box set entitled John Coltrane 1960 to 1964. All lacquers cut from AAA directly from the mono tapes by Kevin Gray and pressed at optimal. So it says right there in the description, breakout from the box set. And we're going to have several of those. So next we've got this release. Okay, so the next release that we've got up is another Rhino High Fidelity breakout. The breakout will be John Coltrane, Coltrane Plays the Blues. Street date 1/9/2026, also $37.99, currently on sale for $35.99. And as stated, this is a breakout mono edition from the Rhino High Fidelity box set, cut by Kevin Gray, pressed at optimal. Coltrane Plays the Blues is a concept album released by Atlantic Records and cobbled together from unreleased compositions captured during Coltrane's My Favorite Things recording sessions. We've got two breakouts from the box set. Will there be a third? Aha! A third breakout from the John Coltrane mono box set. This is also going to be released as a Rhino High Fidelity, a breakout, 1/9/2026, $37.99, on sale for $35.99. John Coltrane Giant Steps. Regarded as one of the most influential jazz albums of all time, Giant Steps marked the prolific artist's first Atlantic Records release as a band leader, featuring the beloved Nema and the highly regarded Giant Steps, both of which on become giant jazz essentials. Now, I don't own any John Coltrane. Bite your tongue. I really want to get this box set, but it looks like they're doing breakouts, so maybe that'll be the way to go. And it looks like, just like the ZZ Top and the Doors, these box sets are going to produce breakouts. So very surprising, because I would the box set is still available and they're going to do breakouts right away. So maybe they produced a lot of copies and they're just producing less box sets, or because they're not selling, they're breaking them up earlier. Who's to say? But breakout individual Rhino high fidelities. So it's a good thing. Okay, the next breakout from the Coltrane box set will be John Coltrane My Favorite Things, also with a street date of 1/9/2026, $37.99, $35.99, on sale at thepladroom.com. My Favorite Things, anchored by the Rodgers and Hammerstein show tune of the same name, would become one of his most, Coltrane, that is, most commercially successful releases, and feature the talented musician and composer playing the soprano sax on record. 65th anniversary in 2026, 65 years. This mono recording of My Favorite Things is the breakout LP from the Rhino High Fidelity box set. So it looks like all these things are going to be broken out of that box set. So you couldn't swing the full box. You can pick individual albums, all of that Rhino High Fidelity quality that we have known to love, mixed by Kevin Gray, pressed and optimal. So it's a win-win situation. Okay, what else do we have coming out? I'll tell you what else we've got coming out. John Coltrane, Olay Coltrane. Now, again, breakout from the box set, mono recording. The interesting thing about this is it's going to have a different cover and focuses on the flair and texture from Spanish-derived folk songs. This mono version of Olay Coltrane celebrates its 65th anniversary in 2026. Again, a breakout. So everything in this box set is going to be broken out in standalone versions. Very interesting. Now, this isn't a Rhino high fidelity, but I did find it interesting because Rhino did recently put out a high fidelity version of the Monkees. This is the Monkees, the A's, the B's, and the Monkees. This is a 2 LP Monkees release to be released on 1/30/2026. On sale currently for $32.99, and is the helping celebrate the 60th anniversary of the Monkees with a compilation of all the singles released from 1966 to 1970. The deep dive needle drop with original artwork from the original 7-inch singles, with new liner notes by Andrew Sandoval. I'm really hoping that this is going to be a Kevin Gray cut, because the Kevin Gray Rhino High Fidelity and the earlier Kevin Gray releases for the Monkees all sound fantastic. So this is the A's, the B's, and the Monkees coming out from Rhino. Next up, we've got another release from Cheap Trick, who just dropped their brand new album. This is a pre-order for Cheap Trick's Woke Up with a Monster. This is a Rhino Start Your Ear Off Right release for 2026 and will be printed on pink vinyl. This finds Cheap Trick firing on all cylinders, produced by Ted Templeman, and has a heavier guitar edge. This is a 1994 album that's being repressed, with bursts on energy with tracks like My Gang, You're All I Want to Do, and Girlfriends. Hailed by Rick Nelson as the first album in the second half of their career. This is Cheap Trick, the Rock and Roll Hall of Famers at the top of their game. So very interesting. We seem to be having a Cheap Trick resurgence. Not a bad thing. Hoping for a Rhino high fidelity of some Cheap Trick. Wouldn't that be friggin' amazing? I'd like to get Dream Police personally, but I'm all for any Cheap Trick. Side note, a buddy of mine is their sound guy when they tour, so Cheap Trick. Okay, we're back with more John Coltrane. John Coltrane, Coltrane Sound. Again, Rhino Start Your Ear Off Right 2026, and a breakout from the recent Coltrane Mono box set. This is a Rhino hi-fi title, $35.99 sale price right now, $37.99 normal price. It's a concept album that was assembled by Atlantic Records from a treasure trove of unreleased recordings captured during his My Favorite Things studio sessions. This again was an all analog cut directly from the mono tapes cut by Kevin Gray at Optimal, and has a tip-on jacket. So all the titles from the Coltrane box, independent standalones, Monday, I should say, January 2026, we're going to have a ton of Rhino High Fidelity individual releases. So very interesting. And I think I'm finally going to get my hands on some Coltrane. I just can't swing that box set all at once. So I'm going to pick up these standalones one at a time as I can afford them. Like many of us. After the holidays, it was a bit a tough hit, man. And I dream of that Beatles box set, but a dream is a dream is a dream. And I just can't swing it right now. So yeah, Coltrane January, we should call it January Coltrane month. So what's next? Okay, next we have another one that sort of popped up today in one of somebody's feed. It was on Norman Maslow covered the vinylphyle series and popped up with the news that Erykah Badu is going to have Mama's Gun released as a double vinyl release from vinylphyle, and it's going to run $54.98. And these vinylphyle releases are going to be the thing. I'm telling you, these Joe Nino Hernandez releases that have previously just come out, the Velvet Underground, the Exodus, and I assume he's going to be cutting this one as well, but who's to say? Will it be digital or analog? Probably. It looks like it's going to be an analog version, but I don't know that for a fact. But Erykah Badu, vinylphyle series. I really am excited about this new series because we're going to start seeing this catalog that they've got access to and more modern releases. So Erykah Badu, double LP 20th anniversary vinylphyle. Very, very interesting. Now, like I said, this was just going to be a short video to cover that America Rhino Reserves and these Rhino High Fidelity breakouts in this vinylphyle release. But I did see some other cool ones. You've got the Pogues Fairy Tale of New York 12-inch zoetrope. That's going to be a 12-12-25. That's really pushing it close to Christmas. But if that Pogue song is one of your favorites, Fairy Tale of New York is a great one. That's going to be released. We're going to have a Stevie Nicks Mobile Fidelity, a silver series for Stevie Nicks Rock a Little, 180 gram vinyl, released 3/27/2026. That's going to run you $60. We've got Gary Newman Telecon, release date of 12/12/2025. That's $60. Gary Newman's been putting out some serious heat lately. And then there's that Miles Davis, the complete plugged nickel live. That's going to be a 1/30/2026 release. It's a 1965 box set that's going to run you about $200. So there's a few things to keep on your horizon coming up for pre-orders. And as I get any news of new pre-orders coming out that sort of catch the ears for these cool vinylphyle or Rhino High Fidelity or Reserves releases, I'll try to get these short updates put out. But that's just a short update to show you some more titles. And thank you for watching the audio video room on your fine day today. I just got done with Chris Mann doing an audiophile roundtable. That was a lot of fun. So go over to his page, check that out. I'll leave a link down below for that audiophile roundtable show. Ran about 2 hours and was a lot of fun. I had a gas doing it. So as always, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I will see you soon in the audio video room.